But if you will cleanse on a regular basis, I cleanse every Monday. I just do a cleansing diet where I just drink liquids and then I don't eat anything else, and my liver has a chance to get rid of all the toxins that are in my body.
I want you to understand that you have a marvelous mind and you can do anything with it, and don't ever listen to anybody that tells you you can't. You want to start to look at yourself not as a body or as a name. Like, I'm not Bob Proctor. Bob and Proctor are just two words. You've never heard anybody phone into school and say, body's not coming today, it's sick. Never hear anyone say, hand, it's my hand, my body, my name. Well, you see, there's something wonderful about you and something wonderful about me, and it's the same thing. We have a marvelous mind. We're creative beings. Talk to your body. You're not a body, you live in a body. Now, this may sound silly because maybe nobody's ever said this to you before, but go around just repeating maybe 1,000 times to yourself, I'm not a body, I live in a body. I'm not a body, I live in a body. I'm not a body, I live in a body. Then start telling your body to relax.
The meta secret to great health is to feel good now. You do that with good thoughts, you do that with good food, you do that with plenty of sleep, you do that by doing what you love. That's the meta secret to great health.
The meta secret to health is to honor your body. Listen to your body. Are you tired? Are you hungry? Are you thirsty? Do you need time to play? Have greater health. Honor your body.
Health. Not just physical health, not just eating the right things and getting exercise, but let's talk about emotional health. This means doing what you love, loving what you do, looking forward each day, researching, helping other people, giving back. This is the meta secret to emotional health.
To me, recognizing the divine component in us has a twofold effect. On the one hand, it's incredibly humbling, because how many of us really live up to being godly? How many of us really maximize the God-given talents that we're given? How many of us really live lives of fulfilled potential? So on the one hand, it's kind of intimidating. But on the other hand, it's very inspiring. It's inspiring to think, I, as a human being, am capable of being godly. I'm not God. I'm not going to confuse myself with God, but I am capable of being godly. I am capable of a goodness which can resound around the world. I am capable, like God, of using language to bring things into existence. An architectural drawing is the languaging of a building into existence. A marriage contract is the languaging of a relationship into existence. Any sort of contract does that. A novel creates a world that may be more real to us than the so-called real world that we are living in. And being godly is both an obligation, which frankly I feel I fall vastly short of, but also an incredibly inspiring opportunity. And the ancient traditions, not only the one that I come from, but really all of them, teach us this.
The law of rhythm is the very fabric of life itself. Rhythm is everywhere. Things are born and things die. We move into a season and we move out of a season. We go within and we go without. We change. Rhythms flow in our emotions as well. You cannot always be feeling happy. Sometimes you'll feel sad, you'll feel down, and then you'll come out of it. Whatever goes up must come down. You've heard the language. Rhythm is exactly that. And the minute you begin to realize that all of life is all about the law of rhythm, then you can flow easily in bad times and then have more fun in happy times. When you start to expect rhythms, know that if you're happy in one direction, you can also be unhappy in the other direction. The law of rhythm surrounds us, works with us, and if you master it, There's nothing you can't do.
The meta secret to health and having amazing energy is the ability to look at your world from a perspective that, hey, things aren't always going to go your way. But you know what? As long as you always do your best, as long as you are focused on what you achieve and what you're trying to accomplish, then it's all going to work out.
I think one of the most important keys is to recognize in life just about all the limitations that we have are self-imposed. To realize that is the greatest breakout, the greatest. I talk about staging jailbreaks in your life, breaking out of the mental prisons, getting over the walls of the self-imposed impossibilities in life. And it is remarkable what happens when you realize, take a look at what really is holding you back. And very often, almost all the time, it's you. It's you. The power lies within you.
See, humor is good. It really is. I don't really understand what it does to you, but I know it does something to your brain. Norman Cousins, who's gone now, but lived a long and very, very effective life. And he had been diagnosed with a disease, and it was killing him. He was literally dying. And one day he got thinking to himself, if sadness and sickness are hooked together, then happiness and health must be hooked together. And so he had people bring in old movie films of Laurel and Hardy and all kinds of different old actors, funny stories. And he started to play them. They made him move out of the hospital. So he rented a suite of rooms in a hotel. And he had these movies playing all the time. And he was laughing, a real belly laugh. And he got better. Now I think you know when you're laughing, you're feeling good. Start to laugh at yourself. When you make a mistake, laugh at yourself. Don't get serious with yourself. It plays a very, very important role in a healthy, relaxed life. If you want to study it further, get into some of Norman Cousins' material, and he'll explain exactly what it does to the brain that controls the vibration of the body. Start laughing a little more. Have fun.
The mind can't be all it is designed to be without the body being everything it was designed to be. But we basically thwart both. Or you can have a great relationship. You can have a great financial situation. You can have a great family relationship. And the big problem in our society, certainly in Western society, people don't exercise, 92% of people don't exercise, they don't eat nutritious things, they don't complement to compensate. It's very simple, and if you break it down to the little steps like eating an elephant, you'll have the most rich, satisfying, fulfilling, gratifying, liberating life, but you got to balance it.
Health is all up here. All I know is right now, I don't have a voice, I don't have much sight, and I have a hearing, my strength is going. However, I have never been more excited and thankful in my whole life.
The law of vibration simply states that everything is in motion. Nothing stays static. At some level, even though something may appear as if it's not moving, its molecules are moving, its atoms are moving. Everything vibrates. Not just your thoughts, everything.
Now I do understand that disease cannot stay in a healthy vibration. It just cannot. I also understand you cannot turn disease into health, but you can release disease and recreate health. You see, your body is changing at the rate of millions of cells every second. And it's the thought patterns that you hold in your mind that control the vibratory rate of the body. Your brain is an electronic switching station. There's all kinds of material written on thought, on attitude, and on health. And I do know this. If you are suffering from a physical disease, quit talking about it, quit thinking about it. Go to a very competent medical doctor and follow that person's advice, because he or she will tell you what to do physically, but at the same time, instantly begin visualizing every molecule of your being in harmony with the law of vibration. Now, I would have an affirmation that I would repeat. I am so happy and grateful now that every molecule of my being is vibrating in perfect harmony with God's laws. My body is getting healthier and stronger and more vibrant every minute of every day. And repeat that. Treat it like a mantra.
I can't predict what's going to happen for you personally, but I do know that hundreds of people, if not thousands of people, have experienced healings and cures by beginning to change their thoughts about what's going on in their body. In my book, The Attractor Factor, I talk about a person who had cancer. She experienced the idea of forgiving everybody and everything in her life, and she went through the process of doing that working with a coach. She then went back into the doctor's office. They opened her for surgery, and there was no cancer. It was gone. By forgiving everybody in her life, including herself, she transformed her body. She reached this place of healing and this place of peace. And as a result, she experienced a cure.
If you're finding yourself sitting here watching this and you're ill, you've got a chronic condition, you're sick, what you need to do is a couple of things. Number one, you need to first work on your attitude. You need to believe you can get healthy. You need to not believe anyone who tells you you're going to die, or it's terminal, or it's going to take a long time. Literally, we know that we can get rid of a disease in minutes, in literally minutes. I had a cold once, and a person literally did an exercise with me. My nose dried up, my fever went away, the achiness went away in 5 minutes. So we know the power of the mind. We know that you have to forgive and release. So much work now being done on cancer, where we know there's resentment, and different forms of resentment will come into different forms of cancer in the body. So it's critical to get yourself aligned with spirit. When you are aligned with spirit through meditation, through doing the things that bring you joy, through doing the things that align you, and you know what that is for you. It could be singing, it could be walking in nature, it could be petting your cat. When you move into that state, healing naturally takes place through you. There's this innate, natural healing ability that's always working to heal you if you get you out of the way. By you, I mean your ego mind, your beliefs, your fears, your doubts, all of that stuff, all of the resentments you've held that you haven't released, that will keep you sick. So you've got to do some kind of work to get into a spiritual alignment and to release the negativity.
Emotional pain is very real. It's like sorrow and grief. Like grief comes in waves. It just sort of overcomes you and then sort of fades away. You could have experienced some traumatic situation, anything from rape to the loss of a loved one, or being held up, where somebody invaded your privacy in some way or another. And it causes deep emotional pain. What we want to realize is that we are bringing that on ourselves. You say, well, wait a minute, you're not bringing it on yourself. No, but you're reliving the situation. We've got to separate ourselves from the incident, from the situation. We've got to realize that it's a very real part of life, and attempt to separate ourselves from it and deal with it as best we can, and then let it go. Otherwise, we're going to carry it with us, and we're going to keep experiencing it over and over and over again.
どうやってわかるか。振動という、まずそもそもその水の結晶とは何かということになりますけどね。結晶というのはやはり情報だと思います。で、情報というのはバイブレーションですね。で、バイブレーションのデザイン家が雪の結晶あるいは水の氷結結晶という形になって現れてきていると思いますが、やはり我々がなんで、美しいとか醜いだとかそういうような認識能力があるのか、あるいはそれだけには全人類本当に、一緒の価値観を僕は持っていると思いますが、それはもうやはりクリエイターがそのように設計されて、いるからだと思うんですね。それが崩れちゃったらもうこれはもう本当にどうしようもないんだけど、その美醜というのが我々の美しさ、ごめんなさい、バイブレーションの健全さということにつながっていると思います。水は神が自分の意識あるいは意図をまんべんなくこの宇宙に伝えるためのキャリアとして作られたものだと思いますね。ですから水が別の言葉で言うならば神の、意思のメッセンジャーということになると思いますね。それの形が大げさで言えば結晶という形で表されていると。で、神にとって、ふさわしくないなと思うような現象については水はやはり結晶的にノー、良いものはイエスという判断を示すということになっていると思うので、それがなぜできるのかということになってくると、これはまた僕にとっては来世の研究課題かもしれません。
Stress is caused, in my opinion, when we take our power and give it to the problem. We want to maintain the power. I'm in control of me. The power is going to stay with me. I am not going to let the condition, the circumstance, or the challenge that I may be facing control me. You can make a decision right now that you are going to maintain your power and you're going to let everything outside stay outside, and you know that when you're in a totally relaxed state, the solution to problems come. Quit getting involved in these sophisticated stress management deals. Release the stress. Let it go. You're in charge of your body. Just say, peace, be still. Visualize a beautiful lavender energy flowing right into the crown of your head and circulating right through your body. And then start to imagine every molecule of your body vibrating in perfect harmony with God's laws. You're totally relaxed. You're in charge of yourself. There is no stress where there's relaxation. Be calm. Peace. Be still. Don't even use that word anymore. Get rid of it. Release it.
The laws of cause and effect, of rhythm and polarity, come into play when we talk about your health. Your body is an amazing symphony. Amazing miracles taking place on every part of your body. And what holds it together are fields of force that we cannot even begin to understand. Every day, your cells are renewing until you have new organs generated all the time. And your body and your cells are repairing themselves even as they remove toxins from your body. I can't help to wonder sometimes if you gave that entire symphony a wonderful environment filled with fields of happiness and radiant joy and vitality, how that growing, renewing process might work a little bit better, sort of like happy children in a playground.
Here's the paradox of being human. Real happiness is only available in the moment. If you're brooding on the past or obsessed about the future, even if you're looking forward to something that could be magnificent in the future, it's not quite the same sort of anchored contentment that you get from really being in the moment. We human beings seem to be perpetually someplace else. That's kind of like one definition of the human predicament, the human condition. We are perpetually thinking about the past, the future, something to the right, something to the left, something else. I think the paradox to happiness is you do have to have dreams and aspirations, and you have to be anchored, rooted, and happy where you are. Not always easy to do, but I keep trying.
Happiness is a point of view. Am I happy? Yeah, I think I am. How can somebody always be sad? Of course we're sad when we lose somebody that we love, or that when the project we're working on so long doesn't work out. Temporary sadness is a very human condition. How can you be happy? Maybe by finding things to do that make you happy.
You see, if you're miserable, your mind is focused on the past. There's a method concept. Get you over any miserable concept in a heartbeat. Focus on right now. See, you're miserable because of something that happened that you didn't want to happen, or something she said or he said or they did. Forget it. It's in the past. And quit worrying about the future. Have you any idea the number of electrical charges must fly through your body for the simple object of writing your name? See, your brain is an electronic switching station, and you've got one. And you can activate brain cells.